Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 27 of my Let's Play series. Kind of just picking up where I left off. I did do a little bit of mining off camera, so I'm just coming back and putting my tools away. Didn't really find anything of great note. I did run my mass fabricator a little bit more, so I got us some more UU matter to play around with here. But we're not going to start playing around with that right away. We're going to get to something that I've been meaning to do for a while now. I have decided that for this room back in here, I do want to have a power supply that runs this room, but I don't necessarily want it to run off of biogas, because biogas is kind of annoying to get going. You have to wait for the engine to warm up every time it starts running. It uses lava, which I'm having a hard time keeping in stock at the moment because my geothermals are eating it up. I'm probably going to end up stripping those out pretty soon here. But there is an entirely different type of power source that I have not yet touched on in this Let's Play series, and that is the Railcraft steam engines. The hobbyist steam engine, commercial, and industrial steam engines. Now, I'm not going to mess around with these guys quite yet because I don't want to have to go through the trouble of building a steam boiler, but the hobbyist steam engine is kind of a nifty little device. So, let's see how to go about making these. It's going to be 3 gold nuggets, glass, piston, and gold-plated gears. So, we're looking at kind of the same recipe that Buildcraft uses. The gold-plated gears is a stone gear with gold nuggets around it, so this is going to use a fair amount of gold. Now, we are going to be able to pull up, oops, didn't really mean to pull that up. We're going to be able to free up a lot of room here because we're not going to have individual pipes connecting into the centrifuges. I figure I'm going to start reusing the hobbyist steam engines to run my centrifuge bank. So, let's come out here. Let's grab ourselves some gold, which we are going to convert into, not all of it of course, but a good portion of it, we're going to convert into gold nuggets. I'm thinking I want to have probably about 6 steam engines going to start. So, how are we going to get 6 steam engines? Well, we need 6 pistons, which our system knows how to make. We need 6 pieces of glass. We need 12 stone gears. And as soon as we get those stone gears, we're going to upgrade those to the gold plate gears. And then we basically just build a normal Buildcraft engine using those components. That gets us 6 hobbyist steam engines. Now, we're also going to need a source of water. We could use a pump, but pumps are boring. Let's break out another new Railcraft toy called a water tank. You can see a water tank siding is 2 iron ingots, some wood, and slime ball. Well, it just so happens I have slime balls from the fact that I've been diligently following my slime farm. Of course, wood's no issue. Iron shouldn't be a problem either. So let's make ourselves a whole bunch of that. Now, of course, I'm not going to make like a whole mess of this stuff because each one of these is going to produce 6. Now, I'm going to make a whole mess of it, but like not going crazy overboard with it. So that's going to get us 3 stacks of this water tank siding. Where are we going to put this? Well, we don't really want to have it in this room because these things are actually relatively large. They take up a fair amount of room. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to bore a hole in the floor right here. And we're going to put the tanks underground. They don't need to have any sort of lighting in order to work. So, well, we don't even really need to access them once we've got them in place. So, what we're going to need now is we're going to need some pipes. The amount of water that comes out of these is relatively low, so we're just going to use cobblestone waterproof pipes. We're not going to need the gold. Now, we are, however, going to need a few control pipes. So we're going to need some... Where is my waterproof? Buildcraft? Yeah. We're going to need some iron waterproof pipes. And I really kind of miss the mod that allows you to make the iron golden waterproof pipes. Because the only problem with using iron waterproof pipes is that it reduces the pressure. Even if I wanted to use gold for this, I couldn't. Because the iron pipes will restrict the flow. I should probably get some ladders too, huh? Just a few of them. This room isn't going to have to be particularly huge. Let's take our mining laser and point it in a safe direction and switch the mode. We're going to set it to low focus. I know, I'm breaking the #1 rule of Minecraft, don't dig down. I was relatively sure there wasn't anything dangerous under here, which is the only reason why I did it. Alright, and let's use our mining laser to dig out... Oh, that's not going to work. Let's just shift it to horizontal mode and just use it like that. There we go. That's a pretty decent size room. That's all the bigger we need it, so... We're just going to clean up here a little bit. Alright, and yeah, that should be long enough, don't you think? So let's come over here and let's blast in that direction, and once that way, and let's climb up here. And we'll just fire a good shot in each direction, clear out some room. There we go. And whoa, we're making a mess here, aren't we? Don't need it to be nearly that long. That's okay though. We'll come back and fix it later. Ooh, hey. We accidentally cut into something we didn't really want to, didn't we? Over here and make sure we didn't do any damage. Oh, we did. We took our pumps offline. Okay. How did we take the pumps offline? Oh, that's how. We nailed both sides. Okay. Well, that's what you get for not planning too far ahead, huh? Ooh, I took out an engine, too. A biogas engine. What happened to my... I messed up. Oh well, I'll come back and fix that later. That was just supplying a carpenter, so it's not real critical at the moment. Let's go ahead and expand the room. One laser shot. Some light down here so you can see what we're doing, and let's go ahead and take it out another laser shot in each direction. Alright, that should be good to start. I'll have to go through and repair the damage later. I hear a zombie out there taking a swim. Should probably go see what kind of trouble he's getting into out there. Okay, what did I mess up out here? Okay, this is nothing. This is just my logistics system down here. So, no big deal. Didn't do any damage there. Something's swimming around here, though. I bet there's a zombie down there. Because that's... Oops. Oh yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? You know what? I've been meaning to disable that system for a while now anyway. So, whatever. It's disabled. Okay, well, yeah, we want to collect some wheat anyway. We'll just leave that go for now. Put that down. And I didn't bring a chest or anything to store all of this crap, so I just got a bunch of junk on me. Let's climb up here, dump off my inventory. Just dump it into the sorting machine. Let it take care of business. And let's go ahead and dump this stuff too. We don't need that stuff. Dump all that stuff in too. Sure, why not? Alright. We'll run back down here. And we'll pick up all this other junk that we got. The other stuff that's out there, not terribly worried about it. Go ahead and light this up. Toss one up there. Okay. Yeah, that's good for now. Let's get to making ourselves some water tanks. Water tanks are built kind of the same way a steam engine is. Or, not a steam engine. A coke oven is. Build a tank with an empty space in the middle, and when you place the last block, it's going to register the fact that it is now a water tank, and it's going to start filling up with water. Very, very slowly, but it fills with water. Let's go ahead and make a few more. And we'll put some on this side of the room too. There we go. 3. Four. I think one more of each? Yeah, I think one more of each. Oops, that's not right. Alright, that's going to give us a relatively large amount of passive water generation. Now let's go ahead and light this up a little bit so we're not going to get mob spawns down here pestering us. Should probably light up over here too, since we dug a gigantic hole. We may add to this water generation system later. Now we need a way to get the water up to where our steam engines are going to be. Or maybe down to where our steam engines are going to be. Let's just put the steam engines down here. Sounds like a good idea to me. No reason to have them cluttering up things up there. So we're just going to put a bank of steam engines down here. I might come clean this all up later. Off camera. I'm not terribly worried about it for now. It bugs me a little, though. Alright. So, we're going to set our steam engines, I think, up on the wall right here. We're going to need a few more things before we start messing with that, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So let's head up here. Clear out our inventory again, because we seem to be choking it full of crap again already. Toss you away, and you, and you, and you. Let's keep the torches. You can go away. The extra tanks we'll put in the Railcraft chest. Now we're going to need some wooden pipe. More than we have. Let's just make some new. I have all the stuff on me already. Alright, there's some wooden pipe for us. We're also going to need some more gold pipe. Good enough. We're going to need some redstone, which we're going to use to convert these and these into conductive pipes. We're going to need some redstone torches in order to get these engines started up. And last but not least, we are going to need to bore a hole in the floor so that we know where the things are. There we go. Alright, so let's set our steam engines up. Forgot my wrench. It's okay. Actually going to need a connection to the logistics network too, so I'll probably just run it from over there. The steam engines we're going to set up like so. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm kind of designing this as I go, hence the haphazardness. I was thinking about what I wanted to do for an episode, and I was thinking, well, I could do some more Greg tech because I got some more stuff, and then it's like, no, you know what? I've been putting off the bee stuff for too long, so let's set up the framework for the bee stuff. But in order to do that, I need some power, and biogas, as reliable as it is also relatively annoying to keep supplied. So, alright, I'm going to need some stuff later, but I'm not going to worry about it for the moment. Now, how am I going to get the water out of these tanks? And you can see it's already filling up fairly nicely. How am I going to get the water out of these tanks into the steam engines that I'm about to put down? And I'm going to have to go get my Buildcraft wrench. Dig behind there, because that's how we're going to power the thing. We're going to have a line of redstone torches behind it. Let's go get the Buildcraft wrench, and let's get some logistics pipes while we're at it, because we're going to need logistics pipes for this system. Most notably, we are going to need a supplier pipe. 6 of them, to be exact. And we're also going to need a basic logistics pipe, because we're about to make a connection down there. So, we're also going to need a single piece of charcoal. Why charcoal? You'll find out. Where's my wrench? Tools, Buildcraft wrench, good to go. And then we are going to need a handful of lapis. We're going to take 6 of these basic logistics pipes, and we're going to convert those into supplier pipes. We're going to run back downstairs. It's annoying me. There we go. We're going to give these things a whack with the wrench to make them behave and face the right way. We're going to take our golden conductive pipe, and we're going to run it up here. To there, and then across to here, down to there, and then over. Alright, that is going to give us our power connection to get up to our centrifuges. We need to supply these things with 2 different things in order to make them work. We have to supply them with water, which we are going to do from the side, and we have to supply them with fuel in order to keep them running. That we're going to do from the bottom, and that's why we need the supplier pipes. We'll pop the supplier pipes on the bottom, and then over here, this connection we're going to change into a junction. And we're going to use cobblestone pipes to come out here. I am 1 pipe short. How annoying is that? Like I said, I've been meaning to tear that down anyway, so if you guys saw how much mulch I have, you'd understand why. I'll have to show you when I get done here. Alright, we now have a connection to the logistics system. Let's set this thing up to constantly keep 2 pieces of charcoal. And in short order, we should see charcoal being loaded into the fuel section of these steam engines. Now, these are actually going to start heating up, which we don't really want them to do. So we're going to break that, and we're actually going to pull the charcoal out. I forgot that these things will passively keep themselves warm, burning fuel, even if they aren't actively producing power. That's kind of why you want to just have these things running constantly, because they're going to produce power no matter what. So you may as well. Let's get the water transfer system set up here. Now we're going to do this all underground. Just like that. And then over here, we're going to have right here. And then here we're going to have right here. Alright. We're going to have our waterproof pipe coming up into the steam engines right here. Kind of worried about that. We're going to have the waterproof pipe come down into the flooring right here. Actually, I might want to use golden pipe for this. I know I said I couldn't, but I might be able to get away with it. Let's try it with the cobblestone pipe. If it doesn't work right, we'll switch it over and use wood. Actually, you know what? Pretty sure. Let's try it. If we attach an iron pipe to that. Is it going to drain water? Yes, it is. Good. That's what we needed to know. We can use golden pipe for this. I honestly haven't messed around much with these. Like, I kind of dinked around with them a little bit in the test world, but I haven't done a whole lot of work with them. So you guys are kind of seeing my first experiment with these. I've never really used them as a power source before. Mostly because I don't usually use Railcraft. Let's go ahead and put these pipes away. Let's get our gold waterproofs out. Let's go ahead and make a few more of those. Just leave a couple in there. Get some more glass. Alright, let's change those into waterproof pipes. 36. 59, that's plenty. Alright, back over and down we go. Over here, let's use golden waterproof pipes for this connection. We'll have the pipes running down here. Oh, that's why I needed it. Oh well, that's fine. It's fine. This is a junction. We have to use an iron waterproof pipe there in order to keep all the water going the right way. That's why we kind of needed the iron pipes. Alright, so here we're going to connect, well, we're not going to really connect to anything yet, are we? We need to make sure that our iron piping is all pointing in the right direction. In other words, that way. And that way. And that way. Alright. Now if we were to come under here and connect our golden waterproof piping to the underside of these tanks, it's going to start draining water out of the tanks and pumping it into this pipeline and over here into steam engines. You can see it filling up. Alright. And each one of these should be getting water. Some of them are going to get water at a faster rate than others just because of the way Buildcraft piping works. This one over here has got a significant amount already. This one down here is going to be kind of the bastard child that's not going to get as much as its brothers, but once these things fill up, should be getting a fairly good amount. Now, I've got 6 water tanks here, and I've got 6 engines. In my experiments offline, that seems to be enough. I'm hoping I'm right because these things can potentially explode if you get this wrong. Let's go ahead and connect that. And we're going to dig behind this. We're going to lay a nice trail of redstone. Actually, we can't use redstone for this, can we? I want red power back. Alright, that should give our engines power. You can see them building up steam. You can see the engines are now running. And they are producing steam. We've got a water surplus going on. It's not burning off the water faster than it can acquire it, at least not yet. And you can also see that we're building up Buildcraft energy. These hobbyist steam engines will max out at about 1.6 megajoules per tick, or Minecraft joules per tick. The hotter these things get, the less fuel they're going to need to keep running. So we kind of want to keep these things running at all times. These things are designed to run very, very hot. Now you can see these things are also building up power. I actually hadn't counted on that. It's supposed to be drawing the power off and doing something with it. Nah, you're not supposed to be storing power. Why are you storing power? Why are you not transmitting your power into the thing? Whatever. We'll deal with that. That could potentially become an issue, though. Because if that bar with the power storage ever completely fills up, the thing very well could explode on us. We don't want explosions. Explosions are bad for business. So let's come over here and dump some honeycomb into the centrifuge. That's going to give it something to do. So now it's going to start drawing power. Forestry machines will no longer draw any power unless they have something to do. So, are we now losing power or are we gaining power? We're still gaining power. This concerns me. This really concerns me. Maybe they won't blow up. Maybe they will. I guess we'll find out. Oh wait, here we go. Now they're balancing out. I forgot. These engines can only transmit power when the barrel comes up and touches the thing. So, of course, it's going to build a little bit of a power surplus at first, because the thing's running slow. It's not able to come up and make a full touch every time. But now we're still seeing a small power surplus, but when these things heat up to the yellow stage, which will happen when this surplus bar gets a little higher, shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I think we're safe. We're just going to leave all of this exposed for the moment. We don't really care too much. We don't have any water backlogging in any of these tanks. That's potentially either a good or a bad thing. We don't really want any water backlogging in the tanks. But we want to make sure that... Well, I guess the internal reservoirs aren't quite filled yet. Just keeping an eye on things. Want to make sure we're not going to blow up. Here we're losing a little bit of water. Very slowly, though. You can see how slow it's ticking the water down. That's how slow this is converting water into steam. So, we should be fine. For some reason, this one's pulling all of the water now. Once this water fills up, I would hope that it's going to start dumping all of the water into the other ones. Because right now it looks like 2 of the steam engines are monopolizing the water supply. We're almost full here. We can stand to watch and keep an eye on it for a second. How do we get 3 in there? Don't know. Not going to question it. Alright, this one is now full of water. Still not getting any in there. Or in there. So where's all of our water going? That glitch is going to mess with me. We're building a backlog in the tanks. No, 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 no. Okay. Well, it's fully heated up at this point. I don't know why the water's being derpy. Let's just, on the off chance that it's just a GUI glitch, hop back into the world here. I suppose what I could do here, to make absolutely sure we're not getting any water backflowing, is we could put right here another iron waterproof pipe, and then have that pointing up. That way any water that gets in has to stay there, as opposed to backflowing and filling up this tube. That should help get the water supply in. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting water into the things. Some of them anyway. Every once in a while. Buildcraft, water transport, how I hate you. Let's see, that's flowing the right way. That's flowing the right way. Okay. So, we now have set up a system that's going to provide a nice steady supply of Buildcraft Minecraft jewels for us that we're not going to have to worry about too much. We'll still want to come down here every once in a while and check and make sure that we're not overloading this system, and eventually we may want to switch this over to a more efficient fuel source, but for right now I think we're okay. In the meantime, let us come up here. Grab us some food. And I have spent almost an entire 40-minute episode messing around with steam engines. So, for the moment, let's get in here into our industrial craft chest. We're going to leave one piece of UU matter there, but the rest of this we're going to convert into iridium. See how much we can get. Pretty significant amount, 17 pieces. Throw the rest fed up in there. Let's grab some of our alloy plates. 16 of them, to be exact. We'll toss a piece of iridium ore in there. And we're going to need a few diamonds. 4 of them. And iridium ore in the corners. Diamonds in the middle. Plates on the sides. That's going to give us... I always get this recipe backwards. Oh, that's right, it has to be compressed iridium. Greg Tech change. And you know what, let's go ahead and grab this iridium out of here. We'll compress that. And out of our gems chest, we'll grab one more diamond. We'll grab 4 more alloy. And we'll leave 1 ingot in there. And let's try this again using the correct iridium. There we go, 5 more iridium plates, which if we add to the ones we already have, brings us back up to a total of 8. Well, what can we do with 8 iridium plates? We'll get to that next episode, now that I have some of these. This one has run on long enough. This has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Modded Minecraft, episode 27, also known as the Steam Engine episode. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow up off camera. I'm always a little bit antsy about using non-forestry engines, because forestry engines do have that nice thing going for them where they never blow up, and Buildcraft and Railcraft engines don't have that going for them. At the moment, everything seems to be running perfectly fine though, so we'll see how this goes, and we'll see how much of a strain it's putting on our charcoal production. We'll have to keep an eye on it, see how things are going. We'll check in on that next episode. Hope you guys will catch me, or hope you guys will join me for that one. Should be sometime probably tomorrow. I'll catch you then.